Our last question will come from Gary Taylor. Your line is open.
Yeah, thanks. I was just hoping you could give a little more history on that new technique that you're going to use in the underwater dispersants. Has it been used elsewhere, and what is it about its task that gives you hope that it will improve your effort?
You described, and then we should probably have Charlie speak to it because it has federal oversight.
Yeah, very good. So yesterday afternoon, or yesterday around the middle of the day, we were notified that this technique might be much more effective at spreading the dispersant at the point it's coming from the riser than trying to apply it by aircraft onto the surface of the sea. We immediately, once BP learned of that, once I learned of it, I immediately approached Charlie and asked him whether he thought this would be effective. He said it very well might be. Since that time, we've contacted experts in the industry, and we've actually pulled up research that dates back some time. But this has been used before. It hasn't been used at these depths, but what we immediately did is dispatched 3,000 gallons of dispersant on a supply vessel. We did this hours after hearing of the technique, which will be arriving on location soon. And then we have a reel of tubing, a giant reel of tubing, which we've been using for the intervention efforts so far, already in place. So if we all believe it will be effective, which we're growing more confident of by the hour, and we receive the appropriate approvals, we should be able to begin deploying this at the source of the leak by tonight. Of course, we don't know, once again, if it will work, but as we've always said, we want to pursue every technique we can find in parallel, because we're not sure which ones will ultimately work.
And let me speak a little to the process we've been under. The controlled burn that you see in the video here, I had the authority to approve that, consulting with all the stakeholders. It works under the regional response team. It works with who has equities, federal oversight, and what's going to happen. You have to talk to the states. We had the approval to approve that controlled burn. I still consulted with the national response team, the cabinet level secretaries and agencies in Washington, D.C., as a courtesy to them, because we hadn't done it this far offshore. We hadn't done it in a while. We did not disrupt the timing of that burn. We absolutely were able to do it on time, but twice daily conference calls with these cabinet level secretaries who are giving us their representatives giving us our full support. We're going to now go to a novel, absolutely novel idea, 5,000 feet below the surface, deploying dispersants on the outflow from the well. We have already alerted the national response team members. They've given us our full support with Secretary Napolitano that they will give quick and effective attention to this. However, you have to allow time to evaluate it properly. You can't rush people in decisions when you're weighing and balancing the potential environmental impact. We had pre-approval for the surface burn. That's the kind of being ready in your area plan. We had pre-approval for this. We didn't envision subsurface 5,000 feet below putting dispersants in the well. So I'm sorry we don't have pre-approval in the plan yet, but this may be the first time we allow it in U.S. history.
Okay. Thank you.
That does conclude today's conference. Thank you for participating. Next time.